because of the delay. So is it basically still recording us talking right now though? Okay. Okay. So Limestone starting on the CT side. Who are they playing against?
Tennessee Tech University.
Tennessee Tech. Okay.
TTU.
Okay. So looks like a C pop with the KJ lyric A from the Tennessee Tech side. Cypher set up on C. He might be able to shut down this play. Say early contact. Flashes out. Will Fitness catch one in? Gives up sight. They're playing the retake here. I'll say it's gonna be a 5v5 retake. Killjoy holding flank it seems, but no flank given.
Spike planted.
Limestone second towards garage. Looks like going to try to be a team man force through garage. Here we have Fergalicious catching nothing on the garage lurk. Flashing sight. We have our first trades of the round.
One enemy remaining.
Ends up being a 1 for 4 for Limestone. What a fantastic retake from the Limestone players. Put us up 1-0 coming into this match.
Yeah, also didn't really have an introduction, so what's up guys?
Yeah.
It's me, LSM, and then Polar casting right now.
Yeah.
You've never listened to either of us, so sorry about that, but we're playing Tennessee Tech University, so glad that y'all are watching and stuff, but a great first round by Limestone, and Polar knows a little bit more about this, so you can talk a little bit more.
Yeah, so Limestone has a pretty standard comp out of this, but I'd say it's almost identical comps except the Sentinel and Controller changes. So in the current meta, Omen's like super strong, so I'm not surprised that Tennessee Tech went for the Omen pick, and the Killjoy versus Cypher discussion kind of just comes on how much you value the ult. Okay, so starting out here, it seems like they're just kind of looking for a slow play, seeing if they're trying to take any space from the attackers here. Fitness taking space, C long. Will he catch this Killjoy? He's right next to him. They are basically hugging. He catches one. Smart play from Fitness, backing off his space. I say he got info that they're just holding. They should be able to just play back and play smart off of this. Will Fitness get this space? Okay, good. It's a smart play by Fitness here. But like I was saying, the Cypher versus Killjoy discussion is really just how much you value the ult from the Killjoy here. I say Tiki Man 1 HP, almost quite literally, in the window. Do they know that there's a chance that they're up garage? Yes, they are totally aware of it. Will Fitness get caught in this in? No, the Nade's too deep.
Satchel out.
Breach on to support the
30
escape.
seconds left.
Little spray through the smoke from Fitness. We'd love to see that. Oh, Fitness with 3 on the round. On for the ace.
Concussing him.
Breach is 1 HP. Right outside the garage. It might be able to
One
get it
enemy
here.
remaining.
On for the ace. Oh, and Mahilo confirming the round. Say they only lost 2 guns on their anti-eco, so it's not probably quite what they're asking for, but they confirmed the round. That's all that really matters. Cypher ult online here. Looks like Tennessee Tech's looking to take their gun advantage into the C long push. Quite common. Fitness seems like he's pinging out some things on C. They might expect this. How will they set up for it? One thing to note, Fitness hasn't put down any of his intel yet. Puts cam up. Trip's live now, he knows that they're here, but the dog will break it.
Cage trigger, careful now.
Reach out. Oh, he's so low on Tiki Man. Oh, what a kill. That's so big for them. Let's say about 15-20 seconds into a round, and Limestone already has a 1-man advantage. Info at the still C long area.
Where is everyone?
Oh, this ult's going to be huge. I'd say they should be able to take space off of A or mid if they want it off this.
Cage triggered.
Looks like they're just defending the gun, but Fitness is able to sneak it away. Only 1 shot to the body off of that. 42 HP, just barely past a body shot.
Where are you?
Seems like the attackers are just cutting noise now. Maybe looking for a slow push over to A. Will they pay attention to where Popco's positioning is? Shorty in hand, only good for probably 2 at most, maybe 1. But it seems
30
like they
seconds
might be
left.
aware of it. Here's some steps.
It's
Gets 1. No way he gets out. No way he gets out. That is absolutely illegal. Pops the ult. Oh, another one. That's so huge. Starstruck in such good positioning. Dude, are they aware? The Killjoy's suspicious. Limestone basically.
One enemy remaining.
What a round from Limestone. From shutting down the C push, from the Cypher util, combined with the Breach util, to Popco somehow getting 1+ more in the series control.
This isn't a fight.
That's huge for the Limestone guys.
I mean, a great round for Limestone. I mean, Popco or Austin coming big with the the shorty and then managing to get out and get the 1 kill with the ult.
So the thing is he actually threw his satchel, which forced Melker, their fade, from Tennessee Tech away from him, and it honestly might have given him the half split second of timing to get out of the area and reposition.
Yeah, but overall, definitely a great round for Limestone and a huge one for the momentum of the game.
Oh, that's like a huge confidence booster. Oh, a little Seasonade combo from Mahilo and Popco. I'd love to see that. As someone that used to play Fade quite often, nothing is more satisfying than bringing up the idea of throwing the C's and you drop the nade right on it and it gets a free kill. Beautiful, beautiful play. So one thing to note right now is, so since Tennessee Tech lost their bye round, the 3rd round, they're forced to kind of just hope that they get lucky on this round. The only way you lose this round is if you overpeak or if they make a very good play.
Yeah, and I mean,
good flash from Fergie.
They're definitely holding all the sites well. I mean, Tennessee Tech really has nowhere to go.
Yeah, let's say it's almost, I can imagine it just feels suffocating the Tennessee Tech so far. It's definitely not what you hope coming into this match, but you know, things could change. But right now things looking very solid. Info cop at Mahilo on
30 seconds left.
Killjoy towards grass. Probably here's the Omen close. Yeah, here's Breach walking up. Will he play off the trip and get 1? Gets caught on the trip. Spam. Just good enough to take some of his armor, but nothing much more. Pushing on the C, but there's already 2 on site.
Spike down, C.
Their play is absolutely shut down. They can't do anything.
One enemy
Take by
remaining.
the cam. They know the last has to be garage. Jumping up in the window is big howler. Will he elect to save the gun or try to get some picks? I feel like he's just stuck here. He's probably Dead to right.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
Gun
they
sticking
ended up
out from the
getting-
corner. Yeah. Let's see, with him turning right, the guy from Garage could just see his gun and he'll just wallbang him.
Yeah, and I mean,
What-
Limestone doing a
Make a
great
point.
job of controlling the rotation. Like, they were forced to go up Garage and play right into, I believe it was Fitness and then,
Mahilo.
Yeah. Or the
Let's say
two-
Mahilo was playing in the window, played off the trip well, and then Popko and Fitness were holding
get
on
a
the
drop?
C-side ready for the push.
Yeah, no, the two of them playing great positioning, just allowing them to funnel in, and then it was a free pick for Fitness right off the bat there.
So the reason why they had the two people C-side and one Garage is because about 15 seconds earlier in the round, Fergalicious from Long had flashed the A lobby, and Starstruck actually
Long,
peeked
buddy.
out and saw absolutely nobody, so they knew they were either mid or C. They just took a quick gamble on it, and it paid off. Really good adjustments and rotations so far from the Limestone guys. It looks like Tennessee Tech's just trying to shove it in. Will you get a pick? Oh, Fitness with the trip kill from heaven through the smoke.
And Fitness
Oh.
in like prime position to control this range right here, about to put his cam down, so he's gonna have all the
Spike
vision on the
planted.
site.
Popko's already out. Are they aware of this? Oh, he's
Oh, he didn't check
One enemy
wait, the
remaining.
graffiti guy! Oh no, shreds graffiti behind Popko on the raise and doesn't even hit him once. Honestly, I don't know if he was flashed up by Fergalicious or anything, but you have to be scratching your heads if you're a Tennessee Tech player.
Yeah, I mean, just great. It was great positioning by Fitness to take the vision, and then Popko just being able to go aggressive. So Tennessee Tech gonna call a timeout here to try and talk it over.
I'll say the thing is I feel like Tennessee Tech, the big thing that they're lacking is information. Everywhere they go, they're grouped up and there's no spread to the map. They just have Killjoy holding the other side, but there's pretty minimal information that they're getting.
Right there.
They push into an area and yeah, they make contact, but I honestly, I don't think I've seen much off of their fade scans or anything. I haven't seen the value quite yet.
Yeah, but then looking over at the Limestone player cams, I mean, not a lot of talking going on. Just they're relaxed. Austin's eating some stuff. They're rehydrating. I think they're feeling
Just
it right
another
now.
day in the office.
Pretty much, they're controlling the game well. I mean, Tennessee's Tech not really having much they can do. So as long as they keep this up, it looks like it should be a clean game.
I'll say the thing that I'm very much liking, especially out of Fitness in particular. So I play a lot of Sentinel, so Cypher and Killjoy, and the biggest mistake that you see on Sentinels quite often is they stick with the same utility every round, same exact spot. But Fitness has been rotating around his utility, but he has his best setup and he knows it. But he's willing to rotate his utility in order to support his teammates when he thinks that they're not going to go to a certain place on the round. It's really catching a lot of problems for the Tennessee Tech guys.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, as we can see, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Tennessee Tech, they just got no money. So they're playing on
Yeah,
a very,
they're on a
like,
life
scuffed
round here.
round. 2 Guardians, 2 Sheriffs, and then a Ghost. So
Yeah,
gotta see how
Guardian,
they
the Bucky, Ghost, 2 Sheriffs.
yeah, just gonna see how they push. I mean, all the sites are covered, and with the gun advantage, you can only imagine there's not much they can do.
So one thing to note out of this round is Tennessee Tech on their next round, they will have all 5 of their ults if they don't elect to use them this round. So right now what they're probably just looking for is seeing if they can burn out some ults from the Limestone guys to strengthen their next round.
Yeah, I mean, all the ults, and then they'll be up with the guns there. So
I'll say if they play on next round correctly, they'll have a strong chance of putting a round on the board, which is very much needed right now, being 5-0 down.
yeah, but just gonna see what Tennessee Tech tries to do here. It looks like they're just playing the hover game, wanting to actually lose this round. To be honest, probably the best option for them to just stay alive.
30
and not
seconds
lose
left.
anything.
I'll say the one thing that Tennessee Tech is definitely looking for is see if they can catch someone out of position. Check and see if
Right there.
they can see if they could just burn out this util, catch rotations, or even get bombed down. Literally just getting bombed down would be a win, but the thing is, the only round they've gone bombed
10
down
seconds left.
is the first
One
round,
enemy
the
remaining.
round previous. But the thing is, their post plans haven't been strong.
spike is here.
I would say Limestone's just been breaking them apart, picking them piece by piece.
Yeah, Austin ended up just sitting straight, or Popko ended up just sitting straight on B side the whole time, and then Michael ended up coming up on the flank. So basically, they got pinched in, and I mean, no matter where they went, there's a Limestone person shooting at
Yeah.
them. But This
I'll say
is
Limestone's rotations have been fantastic.
we are now in the scenario you were talking about, though, where Tennessee Tech does have all guns and all ults against just the Astra Wall for Limestone. So this is the round. If they want to have a chance in this this game, I think this is the round they gotta win.
So Tech Paw is taken from Tennessee Tech right now.
Yeah, it looks like some ping issues.
Tiki Man's been hopping between anywhere between 50 to almost 250 ping. It's a bit unfortunate, but it happens. So the one thing that I would really like to pay attention to right now is the Astra pick. So if you haven't been paying attention recently with the Valorant patches, Omen is very strong right now. His recharges on his smoke timers compared to the other controllers is a lot more beneficial. But the thing is starting on the CT side, they already know that they're going to be on defense. They already know that they're going to be challenging these pushes. So the Astra pick may have come out simply because it came out on the CT side to start with. I'll say Astra's strongest thing is supporting teammates from across the map and just slowing things down.
Yeah.
Whereas Omen's just throwing smokes and stuff.
If he plays that Astra roll well, I mean, it could basically block out all of Tennessee Tech. So we currently are still sitting in the Tech pause, unfortunately, but got the player cams pulled up again. They're just sitting there. They just look dead serious. I don't think I see anyone really talking. So.
I'll say they're all probably sitting there like, "Hey guys, are we getting smoothies after this or what?"
Yeah. So, but trying to see what Limestone's thinking here. It looks like just as we're waiting for this tech pause to end, there's 5 seconds left with it, but.
So the thing is with where Limestone's positioned right now, there's 3 people seeing.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything aggressive so far this match. It seems like they're wanting to try to change the pace with Fade, Raise, and Breach combo. Take this space and maybe try to get the round more in their hands instead of playing reactive.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was looking at it, and yeah, Ferg here sitting there with the stun. So I was thinking maybe they were gonna go in off the breach stun and then have the raise nade and just try and see what they can make out of it.
Yeah. Also, so the thing is Limestone has to know that all 5 ults are up for the Tennessee Tech players. So in order for them to have a chance at this round, they need to put it more in their hands instead of playing the reactive. Because all the past rounds, they had at least 1 ult online. And not gonna lie, they didn't really have a lot to be scared of. It was either the money was bad for Tennessee Tech or they just, everything was red. Within the first 15 seconds of the round, they were able to adjust off it.
Yeah, but unfortunately still waiting for this tech pause to end, so we'll try and get the gameplay back as fast as possible, but
yeah,
still,
it seems that one of the other players is restarting his PC.
Yeah, just some ping issues. Unfortunate to see it happen sometimes, but Limestone players looking calm, just waiting it out.
Just
hopefully,
another day.
Yeah, so, I mean, up 6-0, there's can't really feel any.
I'll say one thing that's very comfortable on this map is if you have a lot of rounds on CT side, because CT is quite chaotic at times, simply because of how large the map is, how much space you can gain. But it's really only that type of scare potential if you have a lot of this defaulty spreading the map, gaining info. But the thing is Tennessee Tech so far, it seems that they have 3 people all together, 1 person splitting off onto the same site but in a different area, and then 1 person holding space. But I don't see any like active lyrics really coming out of the Tennessee Tech side to even gain the information on, hey guys, you saw 3A, I'm all the way on C and I'm about to push their spawn, you could rotate for free.
Yeah, but I mean, six rounds in, I don't think we ever really went in depth just because kind of the late start with the stream. But what are your thoughts on the 2 side comps? Like, do you think they're stronger on defense, offense? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
So the thing is Astra on defense is definitely stronger than Omen on this map in my opinion, just because of the cross map utility with her suck and the stun. Her ult's quite good for the retake, whereas Omen, he's really good at like assisting the aggressive plays, especially with his blinds, like on A long from sewers to back site. It catches half the site. You could use it from the C long cubby to logs, but it's definitely one of those things where it makes me question if they literally picked some of these agents simply because they knew what side they were starting.
Yeah, and then on top of that, looking at the Tennessee Tech, what do you think they might have to start doing with the agents they've picked and how they could probably readjust this?
Well, I'd say the one thing that I haven't seen enough from the Tennessee Tech side is spreading the map more. They're grouping up too much, in my opinion, but it might be just something of a comfort for them. But in order for them to start playing rounds and making it scary for Limestone, they're going to have to change things up, and they might have to go out of the comfort zone. But combining utility is something that's very strong, especially with the Fade Raze combo, and I haven't seen much of that lately. Honestly, to think about it, I can't think of one time where they've really comboed it, where it's a scary point.
Where are they?
But Tech pause over now. Let's see what Limestone does down the C long push here. Oh, what a play from Popko! Ooh.
Oh, not Tech is behind though.
Wait, no.
But he got one to
Cool.
trade it off.
Yeah, but he got Milker. Let's say it's a 1 for 1, not bad. Let's say it takes the fatal out offline, which makes things a little bit easier for the CT side. But let's see what they pull out of this. I'll say so. Tennessee Tech knows that the breach and the fade were also here due to the dog and the stun, so they know that at least 2 people are on the C side of the map currently.
Yeah, and but it still looks like they're
Starstruck
opting
gets
to
out of
play
an
the
angle.
C side. It looks like they're still playing it slow though. I think after losing the fade, they are a little scared, opting not to just kind of ult dump.
Yep.
Unfortunately, with the KJ ult, they kind of have to take the site first for that really to have a good impact.
So the thing is on this map is for on the T side, the real like proposition of picking this KJ is the A sewer ult's quite strong. You could do one close B, but it's kind of risky as you could just bounce a nade off the B wall and you could break it. There's just
30 seconds left.
there's not a lot of like safe spots, as I was just saying, the one from the B corner. But the thing is, Raze is dead. Raze can't need it. So it looks like Limestone electing to play a retake here onto the B site. 4 people from the C lane, Cypher holding from the A lane, spraying through the smoke.
Spike planted.
Yeah.
Checking his cam, sees nothing lurking on A.
And it looks like they're going in with the Asher ult, splitting up the point in half.
Astral set down, but the thing is, all the people are on site. This Astral is not cutting off anything. The Omen blind pushing out, they're pushing into the A lane, trying to catch Finesse. Finesse goes down. Will they check this guy backside? Raze backside, gets 1,
Last player standing.
gets 2. But the thing is, look at it. They used 2 of their ults. That's 2 ults down from Tennessee Tech, whereas Limestone, they only really used the Astral. Everything else is either halfway or close to being up.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad round by Limestone. They were able to bait out 2 ults, only using the Astral wall, and then as an economy, I mean, no one really losing out much there.
Yeah.
I'd say
That's the one advantage of being 6 rounds up.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest loss of this round probably was the fact that if Limestone won it, I'd probably have said this game's pretty
This
much
game
over.
probably over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but
I say when you have so much momentum at that point, it's very hard to mount a comeback. Not only from an economy standpoint, but from a mental standpoint.
yeah, but it looks like Tennessee Tech still opting to play the C side. They seem more comfortable there, but this time you have Fitness there. So
Finesse barely missing the op shot on the C long.
yeah, Fitness is now on this C side, so gonna be able to control it a little bit more on the Cypher.
Oh, Ferg with the pick. Starstruck following up just seconds later in the same area. The one thing that I feel like Tennessee Tech needs to be doing is they haven't really challenged this A quite often. I think they've only challenged it once.
Yeah, I think I've only seen them go A once, and it was, if I remember correctly, it was like later in the round, kind of as like
Yes,
a rotate.
it was off of a rotate, and that's when Popko was top series with a shorty.
Yeah.
Belker catching 1 on the Mahilo, bringing it into a 4v3. They're pushing into the A side, just like we were saying. They only go here on the rotates.
Yeah, probably not comfortable playing it in the 5v5, but now that
30
they got
seconds
one,
left.
Limestone opting to
The
play
thing
the
is,
retake here.
Limestone with the breach hold, this is gonna be huge.
Satchel out.
The only person not caught is a Raze in hell. Popko shot out by Shreds.
Face your fear.
Fitness.
It'll coming down CT, only catching 2, they know what's happening.
Planted.
What is this play from Silly
They're
Man?
able to get 2 though.
Silly Man was too silly!
Last player standing.
Oh, and Starstruck to close out the round.
Yeah, that was.
What a retake. A little bit closer, I feel like it should have been, but they closed it out, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, that round was definitely Milker trying his hardest to match Ferg, but in the end, Starstruck able to get the final kill to end this round. But as we said, I mean, they only play A on the rotates, and it seems to be kind of like a weakness. Like, Limestone's really good at these retakes, and I think A out of probably, other than A compared to C, A is probably easier to retake. So
Yes, 100%. I'll say because A, you're not able to really play the longer angles as much, whereas C, like literally, you could have whoever's playing their post-plant util, whether it be like an Astrostock, Breach, Aftershock, KJ mollies, you can sit all the way in these long angles to let your teammates on site just delay for you. Whereas with A, like yeah, I could sit in sewers and I could be playing my Killjoy name, but thing is, that's a lot more vulnerable.
yeah, so
The thing with A is all of its crossfires in the post-plant, which... who knows?
Yeah, but Limestone opting to call a timeout. What's your kind of thoughts on this? Why do you think they are?
So the one thing, so I know Cryptwalk quite well. I'll say me and him have played together many times. He's probably just talking about the micro plays that they're doing. I'll say they're doing well. They're winning their ones. But he's probably just calling for more combinations. I'll say the space that they're catching, it's really good. But I know he's not a huge fan of solo plays, and I don't blame him. It's risky. It's a 50-50, and as a defender, 50-50s aren't always the thing that you're looking for.
Yeah, so that probably the cause.
Oh, second a combo, Silly Man down the 1. Popko getting 1. Thing is, now they know 2 other people are towards the Look how much space Ferg has. Very delicious. Tiki Man trading it out. Starstruck in window. Oh, what a shot from Melker. He was aiming all the way at B and flicked all the way to window. Yeah, what a shot.
Fitness opting not to rotate off of A, so at the moment it's just Mahelio trying to hold down C and B
but
by
thing
himself.
Is, look what they're doing. They're rotating the A, but Fitness is leaving the site.
Oh,
Will he hear them in sewers? Like we said,
I don't think he knows they're close. I don't think he knows they're close.
The thing is, they always come to A, but only on the rotates. They're not comfortable starting A. Crossfire set up by Shreds and Tiki Man.
And Fitness just trying to play the so game, waiting for Mahelio to get there. He is now, so
waiting for the fade scan.
For walking forward.
No, that one's held.
Last player standing.
Those one's on the cross. Gets the 1.
One enemy
Gets the
remaining.
2. Oh, but the Omen Blind combined with running out of ammunition, the Vandal, causes Fitness to fall.
Their backs will be towards
but
at least
the thing
one
is,
of
they
us.
were in a 2v3 retake against a crossfire setup. That's not hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Especially with the util of the players that was alive being pretty minimal, there's not a lot you could do in that. Mostly you just hope that you headshot one, flick, and headshot the other. It's really just an aim game at that point. So the one thing to notice now is Limestone's economy is starting to get broken up here. A Phantom, a Vandal, Spectre, Stinger, and a Frenzy. It's a really spread out buy. And Tennessee Tech starting to put some rounds on the board. So from the CT side, we have basically a 2-1-2 setup, with Breach kind of playing reactive towards the B side. Seems Smoker front B. Do they know that Silly Man Flaw is in garage? Yeah, the cams catches him. The thing is, there's already 3 people C-side from Limestone. They should be able to react to this if they push in.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing this garage push again. Unfortunately, they actually left the C-side, though, so looks like they're
just
opting
like
to
to
play
play
more of a
retake.
retake. Yeah. I mean, they got the
So the
raise,
thing
they got the
is
side
yeah. I say they probably like them to play the retake simply because they have the fade and the breach ult. It's kind of hard to play on site there if they commit to holding onto those. Oh, a double kill from Popko with the ult! What is a Rosa? It's not this one. Oh, Good escape, but the one-way is screws them over. Here we have Fergalicious and Fitness in a 2v1 retake against a Killjoy backside. Will Big Heller do this? Catches his timing on Fergalicious. Here's the reload outside of logs. Is pushing backside, and it's a Sentinel diff. Fitness winning the 1v1 clutch to close out the round. Things we love to see.
Yeah.
Limestone going up 8-2.
That round kind of won off the back of Popco though with the huge raise ult.
The craziest thing, so I don't know if he meant to, but he double satchel with his ult on top of the box's CT of C site, and he shot his ult right at the little box that's right next to the default on C, or that box next to where it kind of like opens up, and he catches two.
Yeah.
All I know is he better be buying a lottery ticket at the end of this game.
No, definitely a huge ult, allowing Limestone to push in and end up winning the round. Now up 8-2, so.
That's something where after round you're like, we take those.
Yeah, and I mean, with the economy being so split there, that was actually a great round for them to win.
It was a fantastic round. I say it stabilizes everything after basically 2 rounds in a row almost. I'll say last one, 1-1, last one. Yeah. Stabilizes everything. They should have money for the rest of the half.
Yeah, it looks like again though, Tennessee Tech, they seem to be thinking Limestone's going to play aggressive. I think that's kind of the way they've just been playing throughout this whole game. I think they expect Limestone to just try and run and gun them. That's kind of what it feels like.
That it seems like they're expecting more of like aggressive space taking, but the thing is Limestone seems just happy to be sitting back and holding their space, which with the comp they have, it's literally just a util dump clump. It's literally you just dump util, you dump combos, and retakes are a lot easier. They're totally happy to play, get their one, and get out. So I think it's a very smart play, and it fits their comp quite well.
Yeah, and I mean, with the Cypher in the comp, him able to hold down a site all by himself, and then being able to trust people like Popco and then Starstruck to hold their own, like, I just don't think Tennessee Tech has anything they can really do here.
Your fear!
What's the Fatal?
Yeah, Fatal going towards the seaside. 15 seconds on. One thing wait.
10 seconds
that
left.
Is sure awkward. Popco on the flank with the judge getting 2.
Hey, I didn't even realize he was back.
Yeah. He pushed up A7 A lobby forever. And then once he heard that they were walking on mid, he just wraps in the window, pulls out the nade, tosses it out right into Starstruck's pole. Oh, love that. They weren't even aware.
Yeah, I mean, Popco on the flank getting the 2, then Starstruck ended up being good for 3, so as we said, it just doesn't seem like Tennessee Tech, like this slow style, it's allowing options, like it's opening up the options for like Starstruck to get in the back there, and then they just fall apart.
That's it. It's allowing them to be able to just save their utility for the util dump on the retake.
About there.
The one thing that Tennessee Tech needs to do against a comp like this is they need to be catching more of this space, throwing fakes, making noise, having someone hold the other space, whereas right now, yet again, they're going for a C-split. It seems like every round's the same.
Yeah,
and Limestone's
a
feeling
little bit more aggressive though, so.
I'd say this time, at least within the first 15 seconds of the round, they're actually pushing site.
Yeah, but Austin opting to get a little aggressive himself here, running up.
Yeah, throwing a nade, trying to get some chip damage.
Yeah, having to back out because of the KJ ult. So here comes the retake.
The thing is, Tiki Man, their reach has his ult for the retake. If
they
he doesn't like to use it, it's the last round.
If they can find a pick, they'll be able to get the time. Popco going in, not being able to get it.
Oh, that one way from Shreds is so hard to deal with. I've never seen that one way before. I've been playing since beta. This CT one way is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, just one person. Yeah, not much you can do there.
Thing is though, 9-3, it's a totally comfortable half, especially on Haven.
Switching
the thing is I know the Limestone boys well. They'll be pushing for these spaces and trying to bait out the utility. And honestly, that might have been what the timeout from Crypto is for. I'll say, he's like, hey, if we're playing well this half, let's just mentally prepare for how we're going to have to play the Knights. Let's say it's very possible.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how they do on the attack. I mean, I would say...
Yeah, that's the thing with mirror comps. You never know.
I'd say comp-wise, it should be about the same, like the same sort of style of attack as what Tennessee Tech was doing. But in this case, I would expect Limestone to play it a little bit more aggressive. They probably trust themselves a little bit more with the aim. So, but let's see how this goes.
See a little suck nade combo towards garage. Doesn't catch anything.
There.
Although you're trying to get a little bit of poke damage and Popco trying to answer, but none of them hitting their shots.
So right now, here we have Mahilo catching some space towards garage. Milker spots him out. Looks like they're going to just go for a straight C hit, which is honestly not bad considering that two of the players for Tennessee Tech are towards the A side right now. Mahilo throwing a scan and will he catch anything?
Popco,
They know front side's clear off that. One garage swings out garage. Will they catch him? Oh, he's so low and he gets finished off. Mahilo's swinging up on backside.
One enemy.
Killjoy getting caught backside as well.
Oh, and that's
Oh,
the round.
what a beautiful round. Fergalicious with 3. You absolutely love to see out of Stony.
Yeah, I mean him being good for 3 and then Popco able to get the other 2. I mean, they're playing well off of each other and then even, I mean, that Omen smoke, it actually kind of helped Limestone in the end.
Yeah, it did.
They threw the Omen smoke down, but then all of Tennessee Tech kind of backed off, so I don't know if that was a comp issue or just an Omen play, but
Yeah.
didn't seem
So
the
the thing is one thing I really liked all the Limestone guys there is when they took the fights backside, they were kind of like trading who was taking the fight. Say one person would fight until they were really not comfortable with it, and one person would take it over. I would say they were ready to fight together and just trade out. Sad thing is, they didn't even need the trade. It worked out so well. So here we have Limestone pushing into this A series area, contesting early. I'll say it gets a lot of space that the defenders on their save really want. I'll say with these closer range guns, they have Stingers and Deagles against up the Spectres and a Vandal. They want these close angle fights. But now they're pushed out of them and look at this. Fitness has caught so much info. He knows that they're all towards this A side except for the Killjoy. He breaks the alarm bot so they have to worry about a mid lurk. But guess what? C site? It's free.
yeah, I mean the lurk by Fitness,
It just catches so much information.
yeah, able to get so much information and able to draw out so much. So now Tennessee Tech having to play the retake. Popco trying to take the space, but he is low.
Milker just sitting in the garage.
Nice.
Starstruck able to trade it off. So now we are in the
Alright, 3v3.
Starstruck gets another.
Make it a 3v2. Starstruck smoking off the garage area. Do they know this guy's out back?
Yeah, someone on the flank, and I don't think they're
Yeah,
looking.
do they know he's flank?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Able to get
2v2.
one.
One enemy.
Oh, the
remaining.
timing!
Oh,
Starstruck
no.
catching Shreds off guard with the
Obscuring
blind
vision.
out. Do they know Milker's outside?
Oh,
The Sun-
Starstruck good.
What a round. Starstruck shutting down the force buy from Tennessee Tech, and at this point, it's a bit hard to be a Tennessee Tech fan.
Definitely.
I would say they had to win that round. They simply had
time
to.
to go into the astral form.
Yeah, I mean, Starstruck going big there, able to control the way. Unfortunate for the Omen, I think he went into his smoke.
Dude,
ended up getting caught out.
So the Omen brought his blind out in garage the second that Starstruck peeked. Literally, he didn't have it out, and the second he went around the corner, he brought it out. It just feels bad. It's one of those rounds where you're after and you're like, well, not much I can do about that. Alright, Popco sending the Surya off of this breach stun, catching a lot of space, only a Deagle in hand. So the thing to note is Tennessee Tech, they forced up again.
Yeah, but
They're like, guys, we need to win this round. We can't play for the OT.
Yeah, it seems like this time though that Popco is trying to make a lot of noise on A, but all the others are going to see. And look, he's pulling out the breach, so he's going to be a free sign.
He already pulled 3 over towards A, and Breach is questioning. He's itching his head. He goes, wait, guys, they're not on site yet.
Yeah.
Wait, they're planning C.
Yeah, they're getting the buff down on C.
Oh my gosh, Silly Man just caught between a rock and a fireplace.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a great play by Popco there. I mean, baiting them all
Yeah.
out, like.
Bossy, he brought 3 people over to the A side. It
Yeah.
makes things a lot easier for him.
He went kind of deep, but played it perfect, so he never got caught. So now he's
The
gonna
thing
be on the
is
flank.
he's
too.
going late garage.
I don't know.
Breach is watching
They know
over, he
he's there.
catches him, and he's just gonna back off and play the site. I think it's a fantastic play.
They're rushing in now. Oh, they're not gonna check it.
But they don't clear back sight! Starstruck with one!
Still waiting.
One caught default.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Two
Mahelio
on
good
last
for
lake
two.
garage.
He has to
Round's
go
over.
quick. The round is over.
Who's got this?
Oh, they're gonna die.
Last
12-3
player
lines
standing.
him. But that's totally fine. He only had a deal on the round. Plus, his eco is
Match
booming. You know the little meme where it's the stonks guy? Dude, that's Popko right now.
It stunks.
He's looking at his wallet. He's like, dude, I got enough for anything I want. Do I want an op? Probably not, but I could. Say Popko reaching to his pockets, totally fine. He's like, guys, you know what? I had a deal on the round. Let me go for my mine. Let me go for mine. I want my old.
I mean, and now you have Limestone able to full buy all except Mahelio sticking with the second.
Yeah, it's because he lived last round with it, but.
Yeah, but on
Alright.
the other side, Tennessee Tech don't really have much, so.
Is it Breach hold onto B, going for a quick burst on the Limestone side. Popko catching space onto the A link here. Do they know that they're already out backside? Well, they sure do now. Popko getting one. Here's 2C link. Do they know about A link? Fitness has space coming on the flank. But Fitness could go huge here. Decides to play trigger discipline. Gets one. Knows the last is backside.
Alright.
Alright. We have a 2v2. He knows one is on site and the other is garage. What will they elect to do on this play? Fitness holding his space. Killjoy is well aware of where he is.
Where are you?
The one thing I would love to see out of Limestone right now is having the Cypher push onto A heaven and they just back up and go.
One enemy
They're
remaining.
electing to just
Last
roll
player
it out.
There's a 1v1. There's a raise grenade coming
Helio
out.
with 50 HP against Silly Man.
30 seconds left.
I think what's good to know here is Mahelio has the bomb, so he could really just try and play any site he wanted here. Opting to still try and push into B though, but where the raise has gone into garage.
Honestly, I would love it if he pushed A-Link here. So he knows the guy was just backside. Yeah, plant here, go A-Link. Does he know the last is mid
10
though?
seconds left.
Oh, you didn't.
It's hard to do with low HP trying to plant there. That's what I was saying, go towards the A-Link. It's either you fight the guy or you know that it's free.
Yeah.
And then you're able to plant and reposition, whereas he knows the guy that was just B. But thing is, that's a totally fine round. I was saying,
I mean, that's...
look, if you press tab right now, you see that 3 of the Limestone players have their ults up. And if they wanted to, they could go like for a full buy. That'd be totally fine on this round.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee Tech, that was a good round out of them. They do have the guns now, but at the same time, as you said, Limestone having 3 ults, they just got to get one round. And I would say the Astral on top of the Razor, if you find 1 or 2 at the Razor, and then the Astral can split up so much ground, so...
Yeah, and it makes it so hard to retake because the thing is, if you place an Astral in a certain like area onto the site, you can't flash through it. But I say the breach flash, it has to go off a wall. If you place it so it goes right next to a wall, you can't flash through it, and you can't do much about it. You just have to go through dry.
Yeah, but... Looks
Starstruck
like...
spotting Silly Man, getting some decent damage, bringing him down to basically 78 HP.
Yeah, but it looks like if you look over at C main, like you have Austin, or you have Popko and Ferric together, so that's a scary duo, but it looks like they're kind of rotating out now, maybe looking to go towards the A side.
Yeah, one thing to note, they might not know it, but Limestone has taken up 2 of Tennessee Tech's players literally to almost 1.
Oh yeah.
4 HP on Tiki Man.
You want to find it?
And 12 HP on Silly Man. Well, I'll say that you're crawling onto the site at that point.
Yeah, there's the ult coming down, so Heaven's out of the question now.
Say now they're able to play back and they could just play whatever post play util they want.
Looks like
Popko playing in the CT screen.
there's the Fatal coming out though.
Catches 1.
Ooh.
Catches 2.
Bring them down.
That might be a
One
run big
enemy
at this
remaining.
Ooh, but can't
Last
get the
towel. They should be able to shut this down.
Nice.
And that is a
Attackers win.
G from the Limestone guys.
time for
Popko
coffee.
with 22 kills. That's something that you love to see all you do is 21 assists for Starstruck. Holy, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so Real quick, right before we go, or before we get going into the second map, what's your kind of thoughts on that? What do you think Limestone did well, and what do you think Tennessee
Yeah.
Tech could do better?
So the thing is Tennessee Tech, they seem very hesitant on a lot of the things that they did. Where, especially against a comp like Limestone was running, with basically just this util dump heavy comp, you can't really play like this indecisiveness because eventually the round's gonna be over and you're just gonna get util dumped. And if you don't bait it out, they're gonna have everything. And it's not pretty because you have to use your util to get on the site because you don't know where someone's playing. But Limestone just electing to save a lot of their utility for the retake, and it makes it almost impossible, as you saw on almost all of their post-plant scenarios. There's not much you could do. They're just itching their heads. They're like, guys, we got sight, and it's a 5v5, but it seems like they have extra utility. Do they have infinite abilities on? No. It's just we didn't bait out enough, and it's hard to deal with. Let's say the one thing I would love to see out of Tennessee Tech is just more of this baiting out utility defaults, like creating noise somewhere, trying to get them to use something. But a lot of times it's just either they're playing slow, not doing a lot, or they're just going for a hard hit. It kind of seems like a ranked game.
Yeah.
Whereas Tennessee Tech, compared to the Limestone guys, it seemed like they had more of a purpose behind everything. They were spamming corners that they knew that someone might have been in, trying to get the chip damage, looking for more of their utility combos. It just looks like a lot more refined.
Yeah, but as we wait to get into the second game, we're going to go to a brief intermission, so we'll be back in just a little bit with the next game, so bye.
Okay. So, back at it. This time on Ascent other than Haven. So same comp coming out for the Limestone guys. Quite a different comp coming out from Testing Tech. Instead of electing for more of a real like entry pick, or like a Raze or a Jet, they're electing for this Phoenix play, which is I've definitely seen it done before, but we'll see how it goes. It's one of those things where like it works or it doesn't. Matters how you play around it. Alright, so starting off looks like more of just like a default setup, getting pressure on both mains, seeing what's up, leaving mid open. Milker on the knife, catching 3. Thing is, Fergalicious and Fitness are carrying bomb towards the A side here, but it looks like they got their info, they know that nobody's A main, they're satisfied with that. Now we're going towards the mid presence. Ashes are bottom market. Calls it. Looks like they're... I think they're disappointing the KJ utility. But I say they heard the KJ turret on A and they're like, I bet we're going B. Yeah. Everybody get over here, it's time to bring the rally in.
Tennessee Tech has everything set up on A, so B gonna be the better option. I mean, Limestone's stacked now, so just waiting to maybe feel it out, see if they're ready to go. But here comes the bomb bot.
The only way this goes wrong is if their Phoenix flashes to a smoke and they're not ready for it. They flash into a smoke, and there it is. I told you. Alright, so 4 people over towards this B side now. It looks like more of a reset towards mid. 28 seconds left.
Yeah, Fitness
already
actually
up
rotating out late, so they kind of think they're still at B, but it looks like everyone
he's probably just going to go for a late mid lurk. So the thing is, when you're down numbers like this, it's actually okay to lurk because you need the numbers, like getting the advantage off of the fight. Yeah. Oh, the turret taking down Starstruck. Oh, you hate to see that. 2 people having 1 drop, he's stunned up and cleaned up. Oh, Stony with 2, Stony with 3. Oh, and he goes down before he can get the 4. What a round from Fergalicious on the breach. Unfortunate. It was a very good attempt. So the thing is when they're stacking 3 towards the B side there, they know the KJ Usil's up on A. KJ could be just chilling there and they could just worry about their B side, and they don't know things mid because there wasn't really any contact toward it with utility, so they're all just focusing on the main. So once they hear 1 person inside, Phoenix is just gonna flash to that mark and go for his 1. Especially with the pistol round. If you get 1 on Phoenix with pistol round, it's not that bad.
There.
And Popco getting caught early, so they ended up going A. Unfortunate, Stone trying to make the hero play, but wasn't able to get it. So now it looks like
it was just a classic moment.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like they're doing the same thing. Maybe gonna lurk A a little bit and maybe go B, but they're playing more mid this time actually.
Yeah. I'll say a bottom market smoke. Nade up towards Cat. It looks like they want to go for more of a Cat push, but look at this KJ setup. It's set up exactly for it. But it's too spread out. It's not going to catch anything. Oh, just a little bit more of a clean setup. Take his time on it. I actually probably would have gotten at least some damage on the Popco here. Yeah. Alright, things stall out.
There.
2 people towards the A side here for the defenders. Turret making contact in the tree from this. Flash in the tree, they're pushing out. This is where the KJ nurse kind of come in. Well, so that would have taken so long to shoot out if it wasn't for the nerd. Popco out then. Are they aware?
Spike down A.
Oh, he gets scanned in hell.
Standing.
Okay, definitely not bad. Two kills on a full save run. You take those. I'll say that's a win in Limestone's book, 100% every day.
Yeah, I was watching earlier on and I did see that Tennessee Tech did have they bought out. They had the Guardians and I think a few
1 second,
Spectres.
peeps. I gotta visit
Limestone
the Astral
opting
to
have
play
full
some
saves,
stars.
so they will have the gun advantage here.
One thing that's very big to note is Fergalicious is on the breach. He has his ult up. that could be very, very good if they like to go towards either site, but I think it'd probably be wise to kind of just play slow, figure out where this kid is. It's one thing that's really, really big on this map where you know the other team has a KJ, you just kind of walk towards site a little bit. Once you hear your turret, you kind of just work mid around it because all of her util setup is usually towards the mains. If you're able to abuse her mid, it makes it very hard for her to hold sites. And that's exactly what Limestone seems to be doing here. They hear the turret on lane, and now they're electing to go for more of just a mid presence. Silly Man sprang through the smoke, gets a little bit of returning fire, tagged once.
Yeah, the Astra smoke kind of cutting off mid, so they're gonna go towards the A side. I mean, you have two people still sitting B. Limestone doesn't really know that, but if they're gonna go, they're gonna start going now, and it looks like that's what they're planning to do.
Smoke's on the cross for Starstruck.
Covering it. Blocking vision.
Mahilo's still sitting in tree. Oh, gets caught out by treads. Alright, door closed. We have a 4v4 retake breach. Ult is live. Oh, Silly Man gets shut down in heaven by Popco. Okay. So, for the attackers, there's one how it gets caught out by the KO nade from heaven. That's really hard to deal with how it can deal damage to the ground. It seems like Breach just want to play his ult for the retake. Popco just playing time on site, holding his own. Breach working through garage right now. Suck on bomb. Prevents them from getting half. They're just gonna brawl it out with this Breach ult. One cut out, two cut out, and they'll see the last. What an ult from Fergalicious here.
Beautiful ult.
Yeah, but I'd say the wrap on Cat was super strong. See, it makes it a lot easier to really pop your ult into the site and actually like push off of it, because a lot of time when you see Breach ult is live in the host plant, it's gonna be towards the main. And Fergalicious having just the game sense to wrap Cat there and trying to get more angles onto the post plant that they were setting up there just made it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you have multiple people in that space, it definitely does help out.
Yeah. Because the thing is in this game, like I've said it for a long time, I'll still say it: stuns are fake.
Yeah, agreed. Stuns are typically more help for the enemy than for you.
I swear, I have seen more people get one-tapped by a person that's stunned than the person one-tapping the person that is stunned. Same thing here from the Limestone guys. They see presence B. Alright, let's work mid. But I say it's the #1 thing that makes it really hard for Killjoy to deal with, because her utility, like I said, it's usually set up towards the mains and you can't really do much more off it.
Yeah, and I like the positioning here from Limestone going back to B after making that noise and kind of re-hitting, just because this has now made the KO kind of out of position for the rest of the...
And the thing is, the past 2 rounds, after they made noise somewhere, they smoke off mid and they work to the other side, whereas now they're electing to make this noise and re-hit.
Yeah,
absolutely. Really good adjustment. Popco just sending it into the stairs, killing shreds.
30 seconds
just
left.
taking a couple shots there from Market, but ultimately it does get on site.
Say Fitness is just crawling 3 HP, but I think he's totally fine here.
Yeah, 3 HP in a dream.
Oh yeah. The thing is though, with Cypher, he could just sit on this cam. He's like, alright guys, there's someone over there. Alright, so Tiki Man blinding through, they're clearing the topside area. Popco aggressing 3 on the round. Nade's lane, he's fighting for more. On the ace? Oh, shut down by Melker. Oh,
not the real.
But what a round by Popco. That's an entry that you love from your duelist.
Oh, absolutely. And that's, I've said it before in Limestone streams, but Popco since last semester has been one of the biggest, changes I think the team has made. Getting him on this Raze role, and he's gone absolutely nuts, since. I'm sure from when you last remember seeing Popco. So, just from last semester, this pretty incredibly short time, Popco has been able to completely swap his role, over from the support role into more of the duelist, and he's done a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Let's say so. So last October, so October of last year, I actually played against the Limestone guys on LAN, at the JCC LAN ran by Stay Plugged In, and I remember at the time, Popco was like Diamond 1, like he knew like the fundamentals of the game, but he didn't quite have the mechanics yet, and I'm telling you, it's not the same player.
Yeah,
Simply
no,
not.
no, it's a completely different look.
So you can see the confidence in his plays. Just look at this. He's just double satchelating the site all by himself. He's letting his team follow in. Guys, I'll be the battering horn for our team. You guys just follow up and watch.
Yep.
I'll say, and it seems that Limestone is totally fine with just letting him create the space and holding on to it. Say, we'll support you. Wait, Paco. Wait, no, the whip.
Does get some help from Starstruck.
Wait,
there.
ult goes
Starstruck
off.
immediately does
Popco
does
gets
go
the
down.
team. The thing is, Silly Man
Pushing
for the kill, and he gets shut down. Fergalicious said, "I got you, homie. Just hold on. I'm on my way." Up on site, takes the Fergalicious, puts down Popco. He said, "Guys, can we stop giving them ones?" Alright, things slowing down now for the Limestone guys in the post plan. Against the Marshall, this round should be pretty much unwinnable for Elker here. Yeah, he's just pushing for shutting down and getting these guns away.
Does get taken
Dies
down
to
by
bomb.
though. I will say that round was a little interesting on the side of the Eagles because that early pickoff on Fitness there, it looked like they were gonna try and wrap around through Garage and come in on the flank, and it looks like once they decided to actually go and hit the alarm at A, then the Eagles just kind of dropped their idea and rotated back through B site. So interesting play by them.
But saying instead of electing for gathering this mid space and seeing if they could kind of pinch into the site and shut down their push for the KJ ult shutdown, it just seemed like they wanted to play together, gave all the space, and Limestone definitely took advantage of it.
Popco with another amazing.
Popco with another entry. What? It does have to be at least 3
exactly
by now.
where you are.
Say Fitness with the ult off is going to gather a lot of info. They're going to see KJ and Silva towards B, and it's about ping again. They're going to see 2 towards their spawn.
Flash out.
Oh, this is a beautiful play. Fergalicious in the smoke doesn't get caught. The thing that Fergalicious has to be careful about here is he has the bomb.
Yeah.
And now they're kind of stalled out, holding their space.
I do like this play though to take the CT spawn though.
I'd say it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But the issue they're going to run into is Silly Man Blau on the Phoenix has walked out mid. Will they be conscious of this? He's bottom mid. If he literally swings this corner, he sees 2. He pops ult. Oh no, a whiff! Popco shuts him down.
They see another one aiming at Starstruck.
Oh,
Starstruck's
they
able
see
to
that
see
he's running
another as
through
well
mid.
in mid.
Popco's hitting it in off of the
30
scan.
seconds left.
They know that KJ stuck backside by herself. She swings out. She gets one.
Spike
Gets
down
shut down.
B.
Alright, we are currently in a 2v3. Phoenix flanking man bombs down. This can be hard to deal with. Pushing spawn catches one. Will they know about Phoenix out lane already though?
10 seconds left. Last
Yeah,
player
that's hard to
standing.
deal with. But I'd say
I have
Phoenix
the spike.
gathered so much space for him on that run. It makes the run impossible. So Starstruck just kind of looking for his ones, trying to keep his gun up at this point. Yeah, I'd say it's totally fine.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and he gets his one. Hey, hey, you know what? Guess what? Just press tab now.
Yep.
He has his ult.
Popco and
I should play
Fergie
some
looking
Astro Stars in this
absolutely
reality.
dominant on this side. Starstruck's up there as well, but overall, it's a great looking first few rounds of the game.
So the one thing,
Okay, Morocco. Look alive.
last week I stayed with Fergalicious Stoney for a few days, just kind of like talking over things, catching up, hanging out. I hadn't seen him since the LAN. And he was talking to me about Mahilo. So Mahilo is, if I remember correctly, he's the one where he's like the high school prospective student, kind of doing like a high school to college type of thing.
Yeah.
And he's still learning the game, and last game he held his own. I'll say,
it's
right now he's still warming up. Things are going well. His util has honestly been very good.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that when you kind of get into a scenario like this, it's you know, rank doesn't necessarily matter as much as it
really
should. Because if you look at his rank compared to the other guys on the team, you know, he's pretty low. But compared to how he's been playing, like I definitely don't think he's I think he's silver now player. You know, he's definitely able to hold his own. In these team-based scenarios. And
also, like, the big thing is, I think putting Mahila into this, like, info initiator role is perfect for him to, like, kind of get the comfort going in the game. Because a lot of it is just setting up your teammates. I'll say the flash initiator, you're expected to not only support your teammates, but kind of take some of this aggressive fights, as you see Melker you're doing, swinging out this heaven, and you're trying to contest the guy's main. Whereas with the Fade, you're more just looking to set up your teammates, looking for combos, and it's a lot easier to learn the ins and outs of the game and trying to adjust to things. So yeah, I think it's the perfect role to kind of get him adjusted to and help him improve in the game, and I think it's a very good place to start for him. I'll say it's something very exciting. It was one thing that I was definitely talking about with Coach Lewis and Stoney and Popka is they see potential in it, and the nice thing about him being still in this high school program with the college is he has a lot of time to grow. And they're going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially because he's now coming in as a, you know, a senior in high school. He still has the whole, you know, freshman, junior, you know, and higher if he you know, goes further. So he definitely has all the time, you know, necessary and needed to become an outstanding player in a class way above what he is now.
Yes.
And especially I think if he continues this way, he's certainly looking good for, you know, getting way
exactly. And the one thing is about starting in more of like a competitive like team situation like this is you don't develop those bad habits that you might get from playing these ranked games all the time and playing honestly like some people that are kind of iffy. And Popco with the ego swing on heaven, what a play!
Hey, you
going for more.
You know you're better.
Oh,
you know you can do that when
Popco
you know you're better.
13 and 6. Oh, see, that's something that half a year ago when I played against him on the JCC LAN, he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's not just necessarily that his skill has improved in this past
confidence.
Month. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely his confidence beyond, you know, a shadow of a doubt. That has been the biggest thing I think that I've noticed that he has improved is he's not afraid to just, you know, all right, I'm going to swing this corner, I'm just going to win. And it works. I mean, there's not much these guys have been able to do to stop them thus far in these 8 rounds, and you know, it's
I really like the play that he elected to take there, where he kind of sat on the edge of heaven where you can't really see him unless you get close. He waited until he heard him break the window, and he just swings out, gets 2, backs out, throws his nades to delay, and guess what? He says, I'm not satisfied. Let me satchel up there and get one more.
Yeah.
It was just a fantastic play. It opened up the round and made it a lot easier for his team. That's the #1 thing you're looking for as a duelist.
Yep, absolutely.
It's not necessarily about getting the kills, it's making everything easier for your team. And coming from a player that used to not really like flourish in the duelist role, he's certainly having that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say, from the conversations I had with Papa, it's okay with not having these high frame games, but when he does, hey, guess what? Totally fine with him.
Yeah.
He's just looking to do his part and get the job done.
Spike down B.
Fitness guns sticking out. Silly man gave the information. Alright. So we're kind of talking about the players and how they've grown and how things are going, but back to the game here. So right now, Limestone up 5-4.
Do you see a timeout?
Limestone, but yep, electing to take a timeout. Totally fine, especially after that round. It kind of got a little messy. They didn't really get rid of these guys backside, and they kind of got punished for it.
Yeah.
And it's just, guys, let's slow down the pace. Take a deep breath. We know what we're doing. Let's adjust.
Yeah, I certainly think calling the timeout at this, you know, round is a good call by Chris because, you know, there's still...
It's just chaotic.
Yeah, while everything is still, you know, kind of crazy, you know, Limestone is definitely looking very strong in these rounds. I think, you know, if there was just a tad bit more communication and, you know, coordination between what's going on, then, you know, this would be kind of, you know, out of the park already.
Yes, I agree.
So I think that's one of the things that Limestone is okay. We're able to get our ones now, but how do we convert that into the round wins versus just getting our picks here and there? We need to now get this round locked down so that way we can take it and do what we need to do to be able to advance and get those rounds.
Yes. So the one thing that I haven't seen out of the Limestone players yet, that they were doing on the previous map is Fitness on the Cypher with his lurking, which it seems like he's actually electing to do it this round right as I speak of it. Plus, a lot of times they've been kind of just sticking together, kind of doing their thing, trading out, which is very, very, very good on this map. But their map holding on the opposite sides of the map hasn't been quite what they had on Haven, but now they're kind of splitting up, kind of collecting the information.
Hey.
I'll say it's more what I'm looking for out of these guys. Alright, so they gather information on B. They probably heard the KJ turret there. And electing to once again go away from it. Smart play. But I'll say no reason to take the risk into the KJ. So you never know what's set up around it, and honestly, if you hear it there, there's no risk to really push it.
Yeah.
So Fitness heading back towards the B main, possibly to just hold up the rotates. As his team pushes into A, he might catch timing onto this killjoy as the team makes his noise over on the side. Ooh.
Opco getting taken down pretty
Yeah,
low, but does get out alive.
Thing. The thing is, if they go to this B side, with Opco being low and trying to be this entry role, he might just get burnt down by this KJ util.
Yeah.
However, oh, 8 HP.
Does go down a little further, but it's still alive nonetheless. So let's see.
Do they expect this KJ to be backside?
KJ does take out one
down B.
So the thing is, with this KO, they don't have the utility to really clear this out quite yet. They have to wait it out, and the whole round, and now it's just 15 seconds. Popco!
I'll go with 2!
10 seconds left.
I'll go with 2, and the thing is, Mahilo holding this guy backside to be able to get bombed down while time's low. Runs out of bullets, Fergalicious punishes the win. Sillyman Boathouse with his Omen. Trying to just scrape at nothing to pull this round back. Fergalicious, underleaning here, has a good angle. How he deal with things. Tennessee type things are looking a little bit rough on this round. So the thing is you can notice after that pause, things are a lot more focused. Yep. I would say things are working. You could tell the communication's sharpening up. It was definitely something that they needed, and it showed on that round.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said when we were taking that time out, I think that was the perfect time just to kind of get everyone to focus down, focus up, get what they need to get done, as for their roles, and just focus on, how they can best impact the team versus getting those single kills.
Agreed. Because the thing is how things were going is time would get low on rounds, and it kind of just turned into chaos. And it's just having the sense of taking the time out, guys, let's slow things down. We're going to be pushing these rounds off of our defaults. Time's going to be low. Fitness getting caught out by Sillyman on his push B main. They back up. But the thing is, look at the team. They're pushing for this A side. Gets shut down. Traded out. Shreds 1 HP. Will they shut him down? Oh my, Starshark gets across with 1 HP. Quite literally. 2v4 retake.
Player standing.
It's looking a little rough. If he pulls this off, I will personally gift him 5 subs. That's it. It's just hard. It's hard to ask for with 1 HP. Let's say it was just a bit of unfortunate trades, but the thing is, they used the Phoenix ult, and that's where a lot of Phoenix's value comes out of.
Yeah.
So the thing is, going into this half, the two possibilities is it's going to be a 7-5 half for Limestone, or it's going to be a 6-6 half. And honestly, I think both of those scenarios are totally fine.
Yeah,
I'll say those
for attacking on this map.
Yes.
I don't
especially
think...
into the setup that they have with the KO and the Killjoy, it's a little bit hard to deal with at times.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, the fact that they're able to get this many rounds on a pretty defense-heavy sided team is, you know, very... It's great to see, you know, honestly, but, you know, even if the round does finish out here at 6-6, I think, you know, Limestone is still able to take those rounds that they have been able to take.
And be
I
happy
think
with
those are
it.
huge. Yeah, absolutely.
So the one thing that to be noted here, look where their Phoenix is. Phoenix is pushed up. Oh, and he catches the timing. Oh, you hate to see that. Shred's using his ult towards the A main.
Oh, Milo does follow
He
up, though.
catches nothing. Shred's caught nothing on the A main. They might not even know that anybody's here. His ult caught absolutely nothing. Starstruck with the Ares top cat. There's KO contacting him, trying to punish, backing off the space, and I don't know. Killjoy's still set up on B. Basically going to just be a 4v3 on the site here. And it looks like they might so Shred sitting in the tree smoke, Papa sending in the site, Starstruck with the Ares, he picks up top cat, picking off the Omen.
You are divided! 30 seconds left.
KJ popped in tree. How will this be dealt with? Oh, Fergalicious gets the pick. So Popco going heaven off of this read. Looks like he's just going to play for a late fight, whereas the other two are just trying to waste time with the utility. Fatal pop. So the thing is, once this hits, they're not going to be able to hear anything. Popco could honestly just run out and kill both of them if he wants. They can't hear him. And he does so.
Beautiful.
What a play from Popco. So the thing is, with the Astral Heaven, the Killjoy popped in the tree with her ult. She has to hold her ult.
Switching
There's
sides.
a fairly good chance nobody's heaven. He takes the chance and it pays off.
I only have like 78
Yeah, it's just those,
grenades
you know,
left.
little adjustments like that, like knowing, okay, well, if the KJ is gonna pop her ult, then she has to watch it, otherwise it's a useless ult. And so knowing, you know, taking that risk that you know, gives a 90% chance no one's in heaven, I'm gonna take that space and now force them to come into me.
The thing is, those risks are risks that win you rounds.
There.
Yeah,
Let's say
absolutely.
if they work out, it makes the round so much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, beautiful play by Popco to realize that and to be able to take that initiative off of that, you know, support that he got from his, you know, Astra, and you know.
Yeah, and the
great job
Fatal
on him
made it a
to
lot
be
easier
able
as
to read
well.
that.
Well, Suck Nade creating the space towards the A main side. Two people just holding back, watching for the push. Oh my! He still gets one. I had a 1-for-1 trade.
It does get the
The thing
trade
is-
out there. Beautiful shot there by Popco.
That cuts their info out. The Sova is dead. It makes it a lot harder for these attackers to really push into these areas around the site for you two.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say the only way they can safely push in the site now is if KO is able to catch Fitness here on his KO knife. KJ electing to hold this space on B main, but nothing's pushing it. The one way from Fitness set up for his dice fight that he wants to take. It's just a 2-1-1 basically set up for the CT side as the round's about to get pushed in. KO doesn't catch Cypher on the knife. Fitness is just playing off his cam. He's waiting for something to push in. He'll pop that cage and he'll take his fight.
Yep.
Cage triggered.
Oh. Jumps in sight and just leaves.
30 seconds
The
left.
thing is, they hear the rotates.
Yeah,
Do
that, I
they
mean,
know
that
that
was a
KJ's
great
push on
stall
market?
nonetheless.
Fergalicious in market. Please turn to your left. Starstruck might get caught. Oh, and he does. Thing is, Fergalicious backside.
Fergalicious knows only
12 seconds left.
12 seconds
If he
left.
just
10
delays enough,
seconds
pulls
left.
out that flash, kills bomb, it can save the round for Limestone here. Kills. Bombs down! Fergalicious with the denial in the 1v4 on site.
Does get taken
Wins
down,
the round
but
for Limestone.
Yeah, still gets the W. That's all you
One
need.
enemy
You know,
remaining.
Just a beautifully timed, you know, I'm just going to sit in this corner
So
and
much
wait.
patience.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's really a testament because, you know, the Eagles were pushing onto the A site here, and you know, had they full push that, you know, site would have been theirs because it was only Fitness and the one guy who was Tree, but Fitness was the only defender on site who was actually defending, you know, And you know, with 30 seconds left on the round, they just decide, you know what, we're gonna scrap this whole idea. We're gonna run it back B and just hope and pray. And beautiful, you know, idea from Stone there to just realize, okay, if they're gonna be pushing me, I'm gonna get bomb.
Yep. Let's see, his idea there is just hopefully they don't clear me, or I trade on the guy that's trying to plant the bomb. And guess what? He kills both. Is the ideal perfect scenario, and it plays out. Good suck from Starstruck here.
There,
yeah. Let's say it honestly saves Stoney's life.
Yeah.
Popco going down.
Popco did get one though. Oh no, I lied. He didn't get one.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
So, I don't know. Here we go.
Popco was able to get one there, and then friggin'.
Yes, yeah. It was a little trade. Alright. So, right now, we have a 4v3 in the side of the defenders here. Omen Blind used towards main. Doesn't really do a lot as the smoke's already ready to go up.
This is an interesting look here for Eagles, because again, 30 seconds on the round.
30 seconds left.
Looks like we're gonna be rotating to the opposite side, and with no info on that side of the map, you know, it just makes it almost, you know, impossible.
Super risk.
Yeah, I mean, with having no info there, they're just gonna run it down with the shotguns. They don't care.
Remaining.
Let's say Fitness is just gonna shut him down on site. It's totally
left.
fine.
Starstruck's gonna get one, and so is Fitness.
Cage
And now we're
trigger.
gonna be left with 5 seconds left.
Watch the last blood.
Not much.
See, the one thing that the Eagles are doing is they're wasting a lot of time. Say it's the same issue they had on Haven.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're already that committed where you've lost 2 bodies on that site and you're down to 30 seconds, you know, it's either...
Especially on your save round.
This is a nice spot.
Yeah, it's either at that point we should have already made the decision to rotate, you know, off of the first, you know,
Or we
frag
just send
that
it and hope for the
happened.
best.
Here.
Or you just gotta run it down, you know, whatever site you're closest to at that point. Because with 30 seconds left, that's really not enough time to be able to, you know, get to site, take that space that you need, and be able
Really
to
like
get
set up
to-
your post plan.
Exactly, and get into those defensive post plant positions, you know, to help set your team up for that win. It's just not that feasible with 30 seconds left on the time.
Agreed.
You know, maybe if this
Oh, what a setup! My goodness here.
Spike down A.
Popco with the support, just sending it with the judge. He said, "Oh, you need help? I bet I'll just send in here with my giant shotgun."
One enemy remaining.
Popco with another, pushing for the guy in white. He shock darts himself. You hate to see it, but Fitness with the clear up. What a round from Fitness and Popco.
yeah, I mean,
Fitness
overall,
just looking at the Baby J setup. He said, "Alright, let me open up TikTok. We have a game tonight."
absolutely, and you know, the teamwork these guys have shown, especially since we saw that timeout. You know, their teamwork. Yeah, there's been a few shaky rounds here and there, but overall, their teamwork
I
has
mean,
looked.
that's to be expected. Like, not everything's gonna be perfect, but
Sure,
overall, things have been a lot more polished since that timeout that they took on the T side.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, yeah, I don't foresee them dropping around here, but you know, we'll see what happens.
But I'll say, so the Eagles here on a force buy,
Bomb buddy out.
trying to avoid letting Limestone get up to 11. Fergal is just spamming out the Phoenix ult. That is 6 ult points down the drain. Smoke's going down now. Milker taking up Popco and Market. Oh, Fergalicious! Basically with 3. Basically with 3 because he killed Phoenix ult early as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so thing is, so the Eagles are planning 3v2,
Spike
but
planted.
The health difference.
2 of them
here, I
are
mean,
low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
2 of
it
them are
winds
low.
up being about a 2v2 when you look at the health here. So it comes down to, can the extra
There.
body, you know,
if Mahilo can get a scan into the site and Fitness spams off it, they might be able to get a free kill off this. Oh, just barely doesn't reach. Literally a foot farther and it would have hit.
Them down. We'll catch them.
Mahilo getting 1. Suck down back site.
Last player
I'm
standing.
running low. One behind the box, he's stuck. Gets spammed out, killed.
My ultimate is ready.
There's not enough time left.
Fitness does get the kills though.
But they take away all the guns, and that's huge.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, the Eagles are on a full buy, and
yeah.
guess what? If they want to buy this round, it's gonna be light armor and like bulldogs and guardians.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to scrape something together here.
Yeah, they don't have the money to really do anything. They're not gonna be able to get a single full buy, it looks like. And we do see Limestone.
Limestone electing to take another timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great call to keep that momentum up. You know, just take that time out, let the team kind of relax for a second, catch their breath, get some different ideas flowing through their brain, especially talking to the coach, just so he can kind of help point out the small little things that's
the things that you don't really notice.
Exactly, but overall, I don't think there's much Limestone really needs to change. I mean, they're still looking very great overall.
But say honestly, the only rounds that look a little scary from the Eagles side is the rounds where they have a lot of their more impactful ults up.
Yeah.
Let's say this Phoenix ult, like, although he didn't get a lot off it, he got information. They knew that one was a boathouse, and although Ferg got 2, he got traded out, and I think that's a W for the Limestone side. It just, the post line didn't quite work out as they probably hoped. But it's something that you don't really walk away from the round like, well, that sucks. It's one of those rounds where like, after you're like, you know what? It's okay. We go into the next round, we're up 6-10, we have our full buy still.
Yes.
We're one from our raise and our breach ult, and their money's kinda iffy.
I will find you.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see a tough round here for the side of the Eagles, regardless, because of just the money differential. But I'm intrigued to see how well this kind of half buy round works
So
out.
one thing that's huge here, look at Limestone. They're stacking the A side.
Yeah, they
breaking the door.
Like
it's gonna be so hard to push into the side for the Eagles.
Yeah, and we do see the KO getting popped in. Oh,
Fitness with 2.
3!
Fitness with 3!
Shreds doesn't get one on the return, but we do have
every round they push into Fitness's site. There's at least 2 that die on the entry. It's so hard to deal with.
Start getting one as well, and we are gonna.
Oh, the disrespectful 1v4 ult.
And Fitness doesn't even need the ult.
Yeah, Fitness with 4 on the round. His kill on the KO got taken away from someone spamming the body, but I'm sure he's totally okay with that.
Yeah,
Plus, he's max eco. It's whatever.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I mean, so far Limestone's been looking very great. I mean, not too much.
Honestly, one thing that has to be the reassurance for the Limestone guys is every time that they have pushed in the Fitness's site, it's been like a 3v4 retake in favor of the defenders.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
knowing you have that reassurance of if they go to my Sentinel site, we're chilling.
This should do.
Yeah,
it makes things a lot easier. Popco with the early ult here.
I like the setup here. We see the
Let's say guys, they just got slammed on A. There's no way they go A. Let's get some aggression B. And Phoenix gets punished for the diggles. Good.
I'll come with the nade as well, getting another.
Oh, what the? Oh.
The
thing is, Tiki
well.
1 HP.
That's
a little spam through the smoke, and you might get another one on this round, Popco. All right, so 5v3 in favor of the defender side. Tiki Man 1 HP with bomb.
So Polar, you're a high level player. We've been talking a lot about how good Limestone is looking so far. On the flip side of that, what do you think the Eagles are kind of fumbling the bag with right now that's causing them the biggest issue in terms of their right now it's attack, but overall in this entire game, what do you think has been the Eagles' kind of biggest downfall?
So the thing is it's been the same thing for both maps. It's indecisiveness, kind of grouping up too much, not enough map control.
Changing their bomb plant site at 30 seconds left in the round. Like
they get punished every time. The thing is, every single time they have no space control because they're grouping up. At the start of that round, guess what? 5 people were outside of B main. There's no map control.
Yeah.
And guess what? If they aggress into you like they did on that round, and they killed 2, dude, you look at the minimap and it is dark.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys, it's feeling pretty claustrophobic here. I want to rotate, but there's nothing much that we can rotate into.
We do have one DC for the side of the Eagles. I guess we're just gonna play the round out and just.
I guess so.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see how well. this gets held down here over.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a bit not necessarily like sad to watch. From the Eagles side, it's
You
just
should run.
there's so much good that could come out of the roster that they have coming here because they have the right ideas. It's just like I said, it's the indecisiveness that's killing them on a lot of these
Spike
maps.
down B.
Yeah. It's kind of
it does get caught out. Yeah, I
Will
think
Popco push for the ace? So the thing is, they don't know is their Omen's DC. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Berg's gonna get the final kill as well, and they're not gonna know that the final guy is DC.
they're
So
just
that's gonna be
GG.
final, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well, Limestone with a
GG's
honestly a very confident 2-0 over the Eagles here. I'll say the one thing that I really liked out of Limestone over both
30
matches
seconds left.
is a lot of their
Defenders
plays,
win.
even when it's looking shaky, they're okay with taking their time out and just really knowing, guys, all we have to do is calm down. We know how we play. We know how we want to play. Let's just bring it back, take a breath, and they kind of just put it back in their box. And, dude, another match where Popco with 8 first bloods and Starstruck with 15 assists. It's just their combinations and their trades have looked fantastic all match.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it's it's definitely a completely different team than what we had saw a semester ago, and I'm certainly excited to see how far this team is able to progress. Because I know the main three that we have, Popco, Stony, and Starstruck, they're still pretty new players themselves. I mean, they've been here for a little bit, but they're still I believe juniors or so.
I believe Stoney's a senior. I'm not exactly
Stony
certain.
might be, yeah. But I know for the rest
But
of
I know
most
Popco
everyone
and Starstruck
else-
are, yeah.
Yeah, most everyone else is still, pretty young in their college journey. So, we're still able to see great things come from this team, and especially with
develop.
getting, Milo coming in as a, high school senior. We got, so much time to work with him, and so much time for him to be able to build with the rest of the team. And I think that's going to be probably one of his biggest, strong suits, is that he's coming in, straight, instead of going through the whole, trying to play through competitive scene first and, and grinding his rank. He's able to join a team first and get that kind of background and that knowledge from his teammates that is definitely going to be able to help solidify a, a great growing and knowledge base for him going forward.
Yeah, 100%. But say the thing is that's super strong with the variety of players that Limestone's bring into this semester is they have these players that have been on the team for a while, that have the veteran status almost, and they know exactly how the team needs to play and what makes it strong for them. But then they also have these younger players coming in like Mahilo, and they have a lot to develop, and it's a good mix where it makes it a lot easier for the team to grow and just really know their ways.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And this team, I certainly think, are going to be able to grow together in this semester, and any more than potentially if Stone's not leaving this semester. I certainly think that there's still a lot for these guys to learn and to grow with, but overall, I think they're in a really good spot, to
develop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. I'd say it'll be interesting to see how things develop throughout the semester, but I'd say, especially given the performance today against Tennessee Tech here, there's a lot of good things that you're looking for after this match, or coming the next few days when they go through VOD reviews. They'll even refine some of these rounds what looked a little iffy, and it'll only get better.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
I'd say there's a lot of good things to take out of today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a great, games for the side of Limestone tonight, and interested to see what they bring for next week's matches as well.
For sure.
Alrighty, well, I think that's gonna do it for the stream for tonight, guys. Saw a great game for Limestone Valorant here. Beautiful 2-0 win. And we'll have more games coming up this week for the remaining teams, Rocket League and Overwatch. And we will see Valorant again on next Monday. Oh, thank you,
Can't
Dobby. I
wait
love
for
you.
it.
I don't know if you're saying my casting was good or if Polar was just a tier above anything we've ever produced. But we might have Polar back, maybe.
I don't know. Whatever. I
Maybe.
get off work at 7:30 most weekdays. Why not?
Maybe maybe we'll have to get Polar to come back to town and we can have him cast in person for once. But we'll see.
Pay for my gas and you're down.
Alrighty, but I think that'll do it for the stream for tonight, boys.
Yeah, it was nice hanging out.
Alrighty, we'll see you next time, Polar.
Yes, sir.